All right, this is the Original Podcast. It's your boy DJ Double OG. Man, it's super dope, man, because we got Are You Serious? And we got D Jones in the building together. What's up, brothers?
Come on, man. Talk about it, man.
Yes, sir, man. We got the one and only Too Easy in the building. It's Minnesota #1 podcast. Hey, before we start, have you guys been watching the Minnesota podcast shenanigans that have been going on the last 2 weeks in Minnesota?
Okay, I seen something. Damn, I just seen it. What is some nigga from the north side who he said he the #1 podcaster in the game right now. And is he beefing with some people or something like that?
No, I don't know. Not that I knew of. I don't know.
I seen somebody just post like the Mount Rushmore of Minnesota podcasters.
That's Simba Ali. You know him.
Okay.
That's Monk. I don't know if you remember Monk from the Street Kings.
Okay.
Remember it was BC and then it was Monk.
Yeah.
So now he's a podcaster, Simba Ali.
Okay.
And he got the North Star podcast.
Okay.
He been podcasting for a while. Actually, funny story.
Does he have
podcast with B Roller?
Does he have what's my man's name? Charleston White. Did he? Yeah, that's him. Okay, yeah, I seen it. You say he did one with Roller?
When he started the podcast, it was him and Roller.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So him and Roller used to be in his crib, and they used to do the podcast for years. And then, you know, I couldn't like it because Roller was in it, so I had to hate on it. And then he dropped Roller, and then as soon as he dropped B Roller from the podcast seemed to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Hater.
And so that was the North Star podcast. Yeah, somebody he pretty cool, man. I ain't really got no beef with him. Dave, we are from St. Paul, Minneapolis, the Twin Cities area, but right now these two fellas are currently in Northern California, and I am on the east side of St. Paul. Dave, where are you from? Anyway, so yeah, it's been a podcast beef, but it started with Prince Kumi Live. He a barber here in St. Paul, and he went on live on Lake Street, which is supposed to be, you know, the #1 hip hop podcast media outlet in the cities or whatever. So he went on live on Lake Street and told them he the #1 guy out of St. Paul, and he represents St. Paul, and he want to go across the table and beat Jake's butt. And he don't like Jake, and he thinks Jake.
You said this on his joint?
Yeah, he was on the podcast like, you know, it's taking a lot for me to not come across this table and introduce myself to you. And Jake said, well, did you just threaten me live on my podcast? And he like, well, you know, you can take it for whatever you want. So Prince Kumi Live, he a dude that wears a suit and a tie all the time. And he a barber, right? But he do a podcast. He got Prince Kumi Live podcast. And I actually had an interaction with Prince Kumi. And me and him, I really don't like dude because he kind of super selfish, right? One time he came to the radio station to do an interview. He wanted to do an interview with me at the radio station, but what he really did was hijack the radio station and do his own podcast in my radio station. Well, he didn't hijack it. He just kind of came to the radio station, did his own podcast in the radio station, and then left. And it was supposed to be me interviewing him. But, like, he did a whole interview with some girl.
You lying.
So, like, he had him and this dude, they came to the radio station. He called me, asked me, want to do an interview on the radio station. But he wanted to be in the radio station. And I'm like, well, you know, my show's not on right now, so we can't go on the radio station. I just pre-recorded in the booth. And he like, well, let's just go Facebook Live from in the radio station because I just want the radio station look. So I'm like, at that moment, I'm like, okay, so you really don't care about the interview. You just want to look good on Facebook Live that you're at a radio station. All right, we can go on there. I'll let you get your followers up for being on the radio station. It's community radio, bro. It's free. So I let him come in the radio station studio. We get in the studio, and he have like 3 or 4 other people come. Like he calling these people like, okay, y'all can come to woo woo woo. They come, and he sits the girl down, and him and this other man start their podcast, introducing this girl as a part of their podcast. The shit, I guess, never worked out. It was just a weird situation. So I never did interview. Matter of fact, the whole time I was sitting there, I didn't even say nothing.
Nigga, why don't you just stop and be like, hey, what the fuck what y'all doing?
Because, at the time, I was just like, I just let him do his thing. Once he did his thing, then I'm like, all right, y'all got to go. And then I'll never fuck with him again, right? So I ain't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I let him do his thing. I just stopped fucking with him after that. So that's me and him little issue, right? You weird, you faking, funk, all that. So he get on live on Lake Street, start talking hella trash, and it started up a lot of controversy. No, but I wish he would say something.
No, I was just saying, he's talking about you.
So he just said he was the #1 podcast in St. Paul, and he represents St. Paul. He spent like 12 minutes talking about barbers and 10 minutes threatening Jay. It was a waste of time, honestly. So then it started.
You think he paid to go up there?
I don't know, because you do got to pay to get on live on Lake Street. Last week I challenged you guys to the 50 Tyson challenge. Did anybody do the 50 Tyson challenge last week?
No. I didn't think he was serious.
So last week, the 50 Tyson challenge was to DM or hit up 50 Tyson and just say what's up to him, right? And it went good, man. 50 Tyson responded. He said he down. Hopefully I can get him to come on the podcast, man.
50 Tyson, man, he real. He seems to be like a super cool dude. The last time I seen him, I'm stationed out in Vegas, and I come back to the crib in Minnesota. And so I have a family member that was like, nigga, I like to hit the 18 plus clubs. You know what I mean? We're gonna go to New York. We're gonna go to
be dancing or something.
Yeah, we're gonna go to New York, 18 plus. Now, I had just moved from Minnesota, so I just got done coaching at the E. Anyways, fam, we walk into New York. I walk to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden, all I hear is, "Oh shit, it's Coach Jones!" Hey, and I'm like, "Oh no, nah, this ain't happening, nigga." I say what's up to them. Now these are young bulls, you know what I mean? I might have wanted to get on some girls with some X's on their hand, but I can't anymore. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. They in here, and I keep on walking.
X's on their hand. You're not legal to drink, nigga. You in the bathroom trying to wash your hands. But now my wristband fell off.
Hey, they gotta wipe it off before they come in the booth. Hey, let me tell you what. You want to be the man? Go to 18 Plus Club and get you a VIP booth. Yeah, hey, and so then I walk to the booth, and then who do I see with the icy 50 Tyson chain? Goddamn 50 Tyson. Hey, Coach Jones. And I don't know if you remember, I looked over Reg, I said, I'm never doing this ever again in life. Never. I'll never do this ever again in life. Nigga, I was something like mortified in there, like, you know what I mean? Like, here I was for 3 years a coach at the E. Nigga, I'm hard driving these cats, you know what I mean? I'm coaching them hard. I'm giving them game about life, and then here my black ass is, you know what I mean?
You gotta have a life too.
Not where they at.
You gotta live.
Coach gotta have a life. Coach gotta have a life.
You gotta live.
Yeah, not the same place they did.
You gotta live. Bro.
All right, we got Are You Serious? And we got D Jones in the building. It's the Original Podcast. Let me make sure nobody's hitting me.
I thought you snitching, nigga. You love dropping names.
I do. On the low.
They run sheets upside on the building. God dang.
That's a lot. All right. Sweet to you. They run sheets up the side of the building. I believe it. You find a way. We got 5 categories: Black history, trending topics, food, 5th grade questions, movies, TV, and music. The food category, I was inspired by Lene Spices. Make sure you go check her out, LeneSpices.com. Bernita just got that pack in. The shit smell great. I ain't gonna hold you. LeneSpices.com is 3 blends. They got the seafood blend. They got the grill blend. What else you got?
Seafood blend, the necessity, and the grill. Necessity is a better version of Lowry's. It don't taste like salt and trash.
Yeah, man. Lene Spices. Yeah, you seen it. You got to get it, man. Get up on it. It's support black businesses, but support black food and support black people that ain't trying to kill us with the food that we eating. All right, Black. We got D Jones.
You
Let's
got
get
a
it.
start lineup in the NBA.
Literally, they all big as hell. All right.
Something.
Pick a number 1 through 10.
7.
Damn, why he always pick the number I pick? I don't know why. I gotta pick a new number. I always pick 7. I gotta get a new number.
You just pick the same way
Every fucking week, nigga.
every time.
You and y'all niggas brothers, and you know that's been that nigga favorite number, nigga, for goddamn 40 years. Nigga. Nigga, how'd you know?
How'd you know? Yeah. All right, pick a topic. Let's go.
5th grade questions for 100.
5th grade questions for 100. If you need half a cup of flour and you only have a 4th measuring cup, how many times do you need to use it to get the right amount of flour?
Ding.
Are you serious?
Twice.
That boy's smart.
I feel like these questions are going to get easy hard. So let's go with 5th grade questions for 200 and get the dumbness out of us. I don't want to say how dumb I am.
What measures distance north or south of the equator? Latitude or longitude?
Ding.
Are you serious? Latitude.
I'm trying to help you out, but you're scared to answer.
I felt
like I know it, but I don't want to say it because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look stupid.
Right, all right.
Question for 300. Let's rack this up, baby.
All right, 5th grade questions, 300. In what decade did Hong Kong revert back to China from British rule?
Ding.
Are you serious?
500.
500 what?
You said decade.
No, 500 is not correct.
I thought it was the 500s. The Ming dynasties.
No, are you Jones, you got a guess?
I thought it was the 500s.
Hell no, I don't got a guess.
1990s. In
From the British?
1997, to be exact.
Nigga, they was running shit in the 500s. I did a research paper on it. What happened with the... Oh, they got it back. My bad.
Yeah, reverted back to them. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So Hong Kong, I didn't know that Hong Kong wasn't even a British. It was a British colony until 1997.
Let me tell you what, the monarchy is a terrible thing.
That's crazy. Like Hong Kong is the capital of China. All right, where we going?
Considered China.
Yeah, I guess. Where we going now?
Yeah, because I was thinking when they were running stuff for a couple 100 years and they created firecrackers and gunpowder and things like that, that was in like the 500 joint. Them brothers was out there kicking butt. But go ahead.
They lost that.
But let's see. Let's go with a category that you just gonna make up some very terrible questions with. Let's go Black History for 100.
The first African American president of the United States was born where? All right, Jones.
Hawaii.
Why are you so hesitant? Like you scared to say the wrong question.
Let's go food for 100.
I'm afraid of nobody judging me.
That boy got trivia game trauma.
Something.
You said food for 100?
Yeah, let's do food for 100.
As I eat a bite of this hickory hut chicken. What kind of meat is used to make a Reuben sandwich?
Bang!
Jones?
Corned beef.
Corn beef is correct.
I remember when I worked at Panera Bread and Rolla worked at what's that spot next to it?
O'Malley's or something.
O'Malley's. And them motherfuckers didn't have no meat slicer, so that nigga beat Rolla because I was the manager there. He would just walk in the back and start slicing the meat, and then walk back across. Like, what are you doing, man?
Maybe you gotta tell me the story why niggas don't shout Rolla out.
That's him. I shout out Rolla all the time.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know that story on why.
We gotta get Big Roll.
Over, girl.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we gotta get Big Roll on the podcast one day so you can tell his story.
Because he be acting sensitive over a girl.
Yo, let's do movies and TV and music.
Tell us why you sleep with all my ex-girlfriends.
Got it. Thank you.
Movies and TVs for 100. Who was the very first American Idol winner?
Ooh. Because I remember the curly
fucking ding.
Jones?
Let's try Fantasia.
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, see, this don't answer shit.
Okay, so I'm not answering because.
Oh, I thought it said African American.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh.
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, no. I was going black.
Because the mixed dude was the second place winner that season, right? That little mixed
Hey,
curly
you was
hair
close,
dude.
Shay. You was close. You was wrong, too, though. You got to give you negative points.
My bad. All right.
Clay Atkins. She said no.
All right, let's go movies. Let's go back to movies and TV. Man, I
What
was
we trying to
bugging
get
out.
this nigga no answer, Shay?
That movie and TVs for what?
200. God, see, that's
200.
I just shut the fuck up.
What are the names of the four? Jones?
You can't be twerking next to a grown man.
No, that's how I buzz in.
You can't be twerking like that.
Change that.
No, you got Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Raphael.
Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, the four ninja. There it is. Correct. Hold on, wait. Let me get your
Red,
points.
blue, purple, green.
She ain't never lied about that.
What about orange, nigga?
Let's go
You
trending
missed
topics.
You
Yeah,
added
that
the
is
color.
That's Michelangelo was orange.
Yeah, I don't know where that
Yeah,
green
Mike.
you came from.
That was Donatello.
My favorite was
No,
Michelangelo.
Donatello was purple.
Leonardo was purple.
Raphael was red.
Raphael was red. Donatello was blue. And Michelangelo was orange, I believe. I could be wrong.
I thought Donatello might have been.
Donatello was blue. That was a sword, nigga.
Okay, yep. Okay,
Yeah, Donatello was blue.
Michelangelo
Leonardo had the stick. Yep, Leonardo with the stick. Michelangelo
was
with
red.
the chucks. Raphael, he the thug of the group.
Yep, blue, orange, yellow, and purple. Yeah.
Yep.
So there was no red. No, there's no green.
Oh, it is red.
All right, go ahead. No, yeah, you still up.
Trending.
Hold on, that's red. Red,
Raphael
orange.
was red.
Yeah, Raphael red.
There was no green, I said.
No, there's no green.
Right.
All right, where we going, bro?
All right, yo, let's go trending topics, honey.
Trending topics for 100. Name the first HBCU to have a gymnastics team.
Ooh, I just saw him.
That's 100.
I just saw him. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Fisk.
Fisk.
No. Wait. He didn't twerk to buzz in. No.
That's exactly why I got the answer.
That's exactly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him extra points for not doing while he buzzes in. All right, where we going now?
Trending topics 200.
Trending topics 200. The name of the young man recently killed by 5 black Memphis police officers who subsequently have been fired over a fleeing from arrest ticket.
I seen them niggas on the Instagram too, but I didn't get the name of the person. I just scrolled through it because I was like, y'all niggas tripping. So I don't know it.
Rest in peace to Tyree. I mean, not rest in peace, but rest in peace to Tyree Nichols. Unfortunately, he did pass away.
Yeah, I was just pissed off about them cops. Thought they was better than.
So, I just came here right quick. He got pulled over for speeding. Why did they have 5 police on him?
They was trying to pull him over for driving erratically. He smashed on them. They stopped him. He smashed on them again. Then they caught him. So you know when you run from the police, it just pisses them off.
Yeah.
Makes them mad, and then they're gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, bitches about the situation. Really. Let's get food for 200.
That's what you call niggas who like their jobs too much.
Let's not pass by Shay saying she had a crush on a turtle. Oh, Michelangelo. I want to recognize that she had a crush on a turtle. Cartoon turtle like that. Okay, where are we going next?
Food 200.
Food 200. The ribs in a McDonald's McRib sandwich are made from what meat? A, beef, or B, pork?
Luck.
Shit, that's C.
Yeah, no shit. It's good fucking luck.
That is goddamn C right there.
And whoever get the question right is wrong.
Pork, my brother, the swine. It is made from pork.
Yes. Bullshit.
Yeah,
bullshit. Let's go Black History 200.
That's great. That's a mixture, nigga.
Yeah,
Black History 200.
Hell yeah.
That's a sausage.
Malcolm X was a charismatic leader and face of the Nation of Islam for many years. What year did the Nation of Islam ban Malcolm X?
I have no clue.
I feel like
I just was watching The Godfather of Harlem too, so I should know this.
I have a guess, but I'm not going to. So.
And y'all know, like always, we trying to teach while we reach. And Shay Barber is correct. Y'all niggas is wrong. I should give her a point. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can give her a point. Cause she is right. Yes, Shay is right. 1964.
Nigga adding
Whoa, hold on, wait. Now, shout out. I'm sure Shay is a very admirable young lady.
It says 63 right there.
Wait. You just asked me. I gotta take your points away now, Shay.
With all the integrity in the world, but she might be over there just Google it.
Yeah, she's not
Google all the right answers in there.
Yes. All right,
Shay, let's go with movie and TV for 300.
Movies and TV for 300. Darius Rucker was a leading member of what band? Jones?
You don't invite it back to my house.
Let's go with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
I only want to be with you.
I just want to give you guys a disclaimer.
No, that was a White Elephant gift.
What?
At your family's crib.
What?
So Darius Rucker album, nigga. Nigga, these niggas gave out a Darius Rucker's album for the Christmas White Elephant gift, nigga.
Whoever did that shit was a goddamn genius.
Well, I don't know where they got that from. No, they gave him a Darius Rucker's.
All right, let's go with
Darius Rucker's good.
That's why she knew. It was her birthday. Dad's you.
Let's go trending topics 300.
R.I.P.
Trending topics 300. On my 93rd birthday and the day I will also be honored by Living Legends Aviation, I am pleased to announce that my longtime love and I are tying the knots, right? So Buzz Aldrin, famed astronaut, was married this week at 93 years old. The question is, when did he land on the moon?
Why the fuck that just wasn't the question?
You know I gotta put something like this in each
week. You know this nigga just you know he's just wrong.
You know I gotta do something like this.
Just only got some peanuts last week. Who was the first black man to play basketball? Go. What?
Yeah, I don't know that. I want to say 60.
This man 93, he married a woman.
You're not gonna say
wait.
Remember we had that conversation.
Listen. That is very true.
He's gonna say there is no year.
He's gonna say
and both of y'all gonna say there is no year actually.
That's why I put it in quotation marks. Yeah. Land.
That's what I say. Neither one of you niggas believe that shit.
On July 16, 29.
I know what I'm talking about. I need some points on that.
Yeah.
Let me get half a point.
I get that nigga half a point for that because let me tell you what. It's not that I don't think we landed on the moon. I just don't know if we did or when.
Yeah, because if we did, why we ain't never been back?
No.
It's been 53 years now.
Moon rocks?
You don't think we'd go back in 53 years?
They said like rovers up there and shit like that, but we've never landed back. A lot of our missions, space missions, don't go past like the orbit of the Earth, right? So you could go to space where you're not necessarily in space. It's like where the satellites and all that shit are, right? When you go to the moon, nigga, that's all the way to fuck out of
Mars and shit and Jupiter satellites.
Niggas ain't going on Mars.
Right, yeah, it's not actual people.
All right, where we going next?
Let's go Black History 300.
Black History 300. In 1965, model Jennifer Jackson became the first African-American woman to appear on the cover of what magazine?
How many points do I have? What is this for? 300? No.
65? It's too early for Playboy. Or is it?
Playboy is correct. I'm going to give you the points because you close your eyes and guess.
I'm trying to think about it.
You try to visualize the cover.
No, because I'm trying to categorize the different magazines, and you wouldn't put it wouldn't be Jet because that's every magazine. Yeah. Or I was thinking like, is he trying to trick us by saying Jet because nigga it's the Jet magazine, so it don't matter.
If you Google Jennifer Jackson, Playboy, they show you the pictures that was on Playboy. I didn't know that. I thought you had to I don't know. I was surprised that they showed nudity on Google. I was surprised.
And she had a hairy monkey, huh?
Yeah, she was bad. Oh, she was bad.
Uh-huh.
She was bad. All right, where we going next?
Let's go with 5th grade questions for 400.
Well, niggas was trying to stay away from that. Rich brother. Niggas was trying to stay away from that.
Nope.
What are the 3 states of matter in science? What are the scientific states of matter? I should have wrote that in there. What are the 3 states of matter in science?
Oh, I think I know this.
Speaking.
Oh, I think I know this.
Go ahead then. Don't be no punk about it.
All right, let's.
That shape with hairy monkey.
I
just saw that shape.
Hairy monkey. All right, let's go with. Oh man, let's go with. I don't keep my points. No,
nigga, come on.
All right, fuck it, man. Let's go with liquid, solid, gas.
There you go.
Solid liquid gas is correct.
Thank you for the confidence, brother.
That's correct. Good job, brother. Good job.
Oh man, thank you for the confidence.
Yeah, man.
All right, where we going next, brother?
Let's go food for 400.
Food for 400. Originally from Africa, this Brazilian cuisine called vatapa is a popular street food. Name 3 of the main ingredients used to make vatapa.
How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
I don't even know what vatapa is.
That's why it's 400.
You can do soul food?
Hey, it's African food. It's kind of like soul food.
Nigga, we from Mississippi.
Said Mississippi.
Shrimp, coconut milk, tomatoes, cooked rice. So actually, I was looking up. I was trying to find out where our people are from, and we'll find some of that in Black History. And I ran across this dish that I tried to make, and it actually tasted really, really good. It's called vatapa. It's like a shrimp, seafood, bread thing with rice. It's kind of good. All right, where we going next?
Yo, did you ever watch the show High Off the Hog on Netflix?
No.
Oh, change your life. Watch that, man. It talks about the Black experience within our cuisine. That's
because there's a lot of foods that you would equate to Spanish, Mexican food that originated in Africa, especially in Brazil because of the Atlantic slave trade. Yep, so there's so many different things that you would think are not ours, but are actually ours. So
I'm telling you what, High on the Hog will change your life. I cried.
Yeah, I'm about to watch that.
Where we going next? Let's go movies and TVs 400.
Hey, where you from, Reggie? What was Whitney Houston's first #1 hit?
I just saw the movie. It was trash, but
was it really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh.
Our family's from Nigeria.
Somebody?
Yeah, that's what I
would want to dance somebody?
That's what I would have went with.
B, I want to dance with somebody is wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would have went with.
Singing all my love for.
Because it was all on the same album. But do you know the root of I Want to Dance with Somebody was?
No. Clive Davis didn't want her to be a nigga, wanted to sing pop songs.
No, she wanted to do that shit.
Did she really?
Yeah. She picked the songs. He just played them shits. Listen, there's a lot about Whitney y'all don't know. First and foremost, Whitney was a fuckboy. She was a terrible person. Oh my God.
I think she's a good person.
Oh my God. She's a good
sister, and I love all the sisters.
Listen, imagine you got your girlfriend with you, right? Y'all living together. Y'all having fun. And then she comes to you one day. It's like, oh, I just fucked Jermaine Jackson. And but I still want you to be around to be my friend. So I just need you to be here for me now and be my friend. But I'm gonna go fuck these niggas now.
Oh, I've lived that in real life.
That's what she did.
Yeah, I've had it. Yeah.
But she was like, nah, you still gonna be here for me. We're not changing anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna be in a relationship with these niggas.
Mm-hmm. Damn, she did Bobby Brown like that?
Yes. No, she did her girlfriend like that. That was before Bobby. And she dated Eddie Murphy before Bobby.
Hold on, she had a girlfriend?
Yes, that was the whole point of the whole movie, was showing her lesbian relationship was the majority of that movie. They barely touched on Bobby Brown. They didn't touch anything on Eddie Murphy. They didn't touch anything on anybody else, really. It was more focused on that relationship she had with her girlfriend. And then Bobby kind of was like a cliff note in the movie.
Whitney Houston, a freak.
That was just who she was. Like, if you look at it, they tried to make it seem like that's why she wore the jumpsuit, the tracksuit during the Super Bowl when she sung, because she said she wanted to be herself. Even when she signed with Homeboy, she had jeans and a polo on. Like, she didn't have anything girly on when she signed her contract. If you look at the picture, she just had a regular polo and some jeans on because that's who she was, and they tried to make her to somebody that she wasn't. So it was really about that process and that part of her life.
Imagine who she could have been if they'd have let her be who she wanted to be.
Yeah, and they, and like she was smoking weed way before Bobby and doing drugs way before Bobby.
Well, they say now maybe I don't know if they address in the movie, but they say Clive Davis is the one that kind of kept her on because she was just a hood chick from goddamn New Jersey.
It was her dad.
It was her dad?
Her dad wanted her to see that image. So her dad was the one that said, you got to be seen with a man. Her dad was like, you got to be the one to be a girl and put on a nice dress and do all this other stuff. Her dad was the one that was telling her. He also jacked her for a lot of money, and she just acted like it didn't happen. But her dad was the one that was pushing the image thing.
That's messed
up. Yeah, Bobby, like Shay said, she the one that turned down Bobby.
Well, Bobby was already on that narcotic a little bit already.
He was just a party dude, and it was a drunk, and he just liked to womanize.
Well, shit, in the New Edition joint, that nigga was in the car, nigga doing blow before they got on the goddamn bus.
This? With the New Edition before Whitney?
Yeah, before this.
Hey,
Whitney was out there. But they try to make but that's why the whole movie focused on more like, they tried to make her seem like the American sweetheart. And she was like, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm not any of that. But because there was no social media, because it was the 80s, it's easy to just say whoever you are, they just believe it.
Bobby, I think they enabled each other, but I think the perception was that Bobby
was the villain.
Turned her out. They enabled each other.
Nigga, she was smoking weed before she even got the contract. She was getting high and going crazy before even.
Let me ask y'all a question, because y'all talking about Bobby and Whitney made me think about Blueface and Krishan.
The worst thing in the world.
Y'all seen Blueface and Krishan's relationship played out on social media?
Yeah.
No, I'm asleep on that. I was just reading about something on it this morning.
So little lady watches that. She used to watch that Baddies on Zeus Network.
Okay.
So
that was a Blueface show, right?
Huh?
That was a Blueface show?
That was the girls. That was Krishan. She was on Krishan's show with what was that chick? Natalie Nunn. Where they just be fighting. So it showed the Krishan side of her, like how she be wild and how she just ready to fight all the time and how she just be whatever. But it's an extremely toxic situation, and they're extreme, and like that's worse than Bobby and Whitney ever was. Like, them brothers would literally be fighting each other. She just wants to fight and square up. Like, she used to play football, nigga. Like, she ain't no punk about hers. But that stuff is horrible. Now she's talking about she's pregnant, and Blueface talking about, I don't know whose baby it is, but God bless the Lord, please, Holy Spirit. It's like,
hey, that shit remind me of me and my wife relationship at the beginning. Toxic as fuck. Like, always fighting, arguing. It don't matter where, when, why.
Where did he meet her at? Off a gate? You said off a show?
His original TV show. He had a show where he had a whole bunch of chicks in his house. And they were trying to love on him.
Yeah, and trying to make the show or make him or something.
Yeah,
it just man, it's a fucked up relationship, man. And it could be saved because
like she got like 3 tattoos of the nigga.
It reminds me of my relationship, but I don't know. Me and her ain't never do that type of shit. Like, right, like she hit dude in the head with a bottle. They giving each other black eyes and shit. Like, we ain't never did no shit like that. Like, I don't understand what are you did, especially Blueface. Okay, Blueface could probably ain't no problem. Blueface can walk down the street right now and get another girl just as bad as Krishan. Blueface probably already got a replacement for her. What is the purpose of staying in relationship where all you doing is abusing each other. I don't get it.
I seen a picture of her today, and I think she was missing a tooth.
She's always missed a tooth.
Yeah.
Really? That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, not saying that toothless women deserve less love, because I think they deserve just as much love as other women. But it was the writing on the wall for Blueface in his music career. Thus, he went over to this reality side, right? Like, why couldn't he just keep doing music?
Yeah, because I sure ain't heard no more Tatianas out of him.
You know what I mean? Like, why can't you do more music? I've been following it.
All right, where we going next?
Food for 300.
Hush puppies are a ball of cornmeal dough that is then what? Jones?
Deep fried.
Deep fried is correct. Cornmeal.
Deep frying.
Hey, I just had some hush puppies today, boy. I tell you, things was fire.
That's one thing I don't like doing is frying food in the house.
Really? You got to fry in the garage.
I hate it.
You got to fry in the garage.
Why do you hate frying in the house?
I hate frying food in the house. That's why I got like the actual deep fryer thing.
Mm-hmm. Where you put the lid on?
Yeah, because I hate the smell. It gets everywhere.
Unless you're going to open up all the windows.
It just, when you deep fry in the house, man, that shit just gets everywhere.
It does.
Like, I've never personally just chose to deep fry anything in the house. That's why I never fried chicken before, because I didn't like frying chicken. I didn't like frying it in the house.
Hey, my house smells like grease, probably.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like frying any food in the house.
I don't know if it smells like that or not, but hey, I read this thing on Instagram. Let me ask y'all this: have you ever smelled somebody's house on them? Like, I can assume that when I come around people, they can smell my house on me when I come around them, because I don't wear a lot of cologne, if any cologne at all.
Yeah,
and I can definitely smell other people's homes. Like my first best friend, my friend Louis Vea, I'll never forget smelling him and being like, "This is what your house smells like." And then coming home,
why I use those beads when I wash my clothes, so it gives it an extra poof of different fragrances.
Yes, I do use the beads in the clothing as well.
There's a lot of candles in this house too, by the way.
Yeah, I just, wonder if anybody else.
Yeah, I'm smelling niggas. I ain't lying.
Yeah, there's a lot of candles in here in this house. A lot of wax being burned.
Yeah, once I read that, I don't know. My son.
Yeah, no, I have. You can absolutely 1,000% smell people's house on them.
Yeah.
Not in a general sense, but in like they're cooking, or you know what I mean, shit like that.
Most people don't know what they smell like, what their house smells like, because they're used to it.
Let me tell you one of the worst smells somebody's house can smell like that carries on to them.
Animals.
No, animals, or them goddamn mothballs.
Mothballs.
I don't know.
My shit just smell like funk and ass.
Who you know?
All right, where we going next?
This is a long time ago, brother.
Okay. What retired woman was you hollering at?
I had a lot going on in my life.
Where you
let me ask you a question.
Where did you even buy them at?
That made me think of something, and I gotta ask you, Jones. Are you serious? We're both married, so everything that we say was 100 years before we ever thought about our wives. Everything that we say is 100 years ago, right? But what is the oldest woman you've been with? Or should I say it like this? What is the gap? What is the age difference? And you didn't even have to be with her sexually, per se. Y'all could have been on a date. She could have been trying to holler at you. What is the oldest? And I'm going to start off. It was a 67-year-old lady that used to flirt with me all the time. And I used to drive cabs. And I remember one day I helped her with the groceries to the door, and she tried to get me to come in.
She could have got it, though?
And she almost did get it. She almost got it.
Yes, indeed.
I was like,
here's a key. Here's a tip for you, Aaron. Just
32, 33.
I'm gonna say Aaron on this one. Tip: you can't say 100 years and then give a date or a reference to a time in which it wasn't 100 years ago.
That's why I gave my example.
Yeah, so but you said when I was doing this job, which gives you an exact time of when you was doing that.
Well, I was 30, I was 32.
Time you was with your lady.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. Forget it. It was 9 years ago. Okay,
He said 17 years, fine as hell. What's wrong with her?
Oh, I want to say, I think mine might have been around like 12, 13 years.
17 years older than you, Shay?
No, it might be a little bit older than that, blood boy.
Ooh.
I don't know. I just feel like you had some ancient secret.
How old?
No, and it was actually down, not up.
How old, Jones?
No, I feel like you
She was
talked to
younger.
when you were in your 20s. I think you talked to somebody that was 30 or 40. Easy, especially at them clubs.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we was in our 20s, I think we talked to somebody in their 40s.
Okay, yeah, I did talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so maybe you might be right. Maybe at least 17. You know, I might be on shade about 17, 20, about going up though. Like she was older than me.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I was talking to a 46-year-old.
Jesus.
Well, I didn't talk to her. And it was a white woman too.
Shoot, you
Put,
talk about.
put her name up there.
Well, I mean, we can talk about camp, brother.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was some predator stuff right there.
Yeah, I was 16. She was 46. It was a 67-year-old lady. We ain't do nothing. She was just flirting. She was too old.
I'm talking about actually y'all was trying to
Actually
holler at
did
each other.
something. Yeah, it was 46 and I was 16.
Yeah, I'd probably say about the 15,
Hmm.
10, 15, something like that. Because there was a couple. I'm in my 20, and I was thinking back in the day, like, yo, why ain't she taking me seriously?
But
And
see,
then when I think about it, I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Right, because you was a little
get
kid.
it. Like, what you mean? I'm grown. I'm 24 years old. What you talking about? I'm doing my thing, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, okay. I see it now. Mm-hmm. But better yet, why the hell were you talking to me in the first place? Why were you entertaining me if that was how you were going to treat me in the first place? So I blame them, not me.
My wife is 3 years younger than me, but and that's sometimes feel like a big difference. But 17 years, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
big
so I say about that same
30
range,
years, 15.
40, 30-ish, 30-ish, 40-ish.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Because I remember when I was 20-something and somebody was 30-something and they wouldn't take it serious, even though they were trying to talk to me, but they still wouldn't take it serious. And then when time passed, then they wanted to holler. It was too late. Like, you messed it up. Like, we could have been cool right now, but since you wanted to act foolish, it took too long.
I don't, you know what? As a 40-year-old, I don't think I would want to be with somebody in their 20s.
No, not at all.
I don't think.
No, I'm talking about 20s and 30s, and then you.
I think maybe like just a bang, 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 bang. Pops, like Pops would say, John Weatherspoon. But actually, like have a relationship with somebody that's 20, they would be so annoying. It would just be irritating. So I personally, I think it would be irritating as hell because they want to do stuff like go to the club. They want to go out to eat.
Because some people, when they're 20s, they're on their grind and they just all about their business. And then some people, they just want to party and act a fool. So I feel like it depends on what type of 20-year-old you're talking to. Because some 20-year-olds, especially nowadays, they're either extremely party crazy or they're extremely ambitious where they're just trying to build themselves up for success. So I think it depends on which one you get. But usually when you're young, if you're older trying to talk to somebody younger, y'all both are in party mode. It's usually not the same type of ambition because y'all ain't got time for each other.
I don't want a young girl that's like fucking mature and shit. Like, if I want one of those, I'll go give me the 40-year-old, right? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, if I'm gonna get a 20-year-old, no, give me the goddamn thought that's out here that want to party and do crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me relive something, right? That's why I'm with you. I don't want you mature and all responsible.
Tell me about the new J's coming out, man.
I want to thought.
He said, you need to tell me about the new sneakers and the new goddamn album that's coming out. Tell me about the young Thug.
Right. Tell me what Young Thug said.
I want a thought. That's what I want.
Little baby face. All right, what's next, fellas?
Let me get trending topics 400.
LeBron James and Jabari Smith Jr., the Houston Rockets, recently trending when Jabari told him, "You played against my dad." How many father-son duos has LeBron James played against or with in the NBA?
I just saw this.
And we just saw this on Instagram.
I'll go 9.
That many? Really?
9 is correct. Shout out to Baller Alert. He played with Gary Trent Jr.,
Nice.
Lynn Rice, Jabari Smith, Adrian Griffin, Rick Brunson. I didn't know Jalen Brunson's dad was Rick Brunson. Kenyon Martin Jr., Gary Payton, Glenn Robinson. He played with a lot of ghosts, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Jabari Smith Jr. Oh,
I
man.
lose that one.
All right, where we going now?
Let's go Black History for the football. So we can end it
You
all
gotta
up.
I want to take a second to recognize LeBron James' greatness.
Yeah.
He is absolutely the greatest basketball player to play. And people say Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, and I don't want to compare the two because they're different. But I believe, as far as basketball skill goes, as far as being able to play the game and see the game and win and be a good teammate and do everything you're supposed to do, nobody's better than LeBron.
Yeah, because there's a lot of factors to it.
Nobody. Think about it. He brought 8. He been to the championships 10 times. Was it 10, 8 times? Or won 4 with like 3 different teams. And really, technically, it was a new team every time he won. He didn't go back to back with another All-Star in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Other than
Miami.
Kyrie. So, yeah,
Miami was back to back.
Kyrie and Dwayne. But he didn't win back to back.
Yeah, he did.
He won back to back in Miami?
Yeah. They lost the first time, won back to back, then lost again, and that's when he went to Cleveland.
Oh, okay. That's what to Cleveland. Yeah. You're right. Dwayne Wade.
I know my basketball.
LeBron James, man, greatest basketball player ever.
I'll give you that.
Hey, can I ask you a basketball question right quick?
Yeah.
Have you gotten on board with my plan to trade Cat?
The majority of African Americans at one point descended from the Great Congo Kingdom that was in power starting in 1300s and on. The King of Congo lived in what country in Africa that currently?
I feel like it's a trick question, nigga.
That's not wrote right. Okay, Congo Kingdom is in what country right now in Africa used to be Congo Kingdom? And Congo Kingdom, just a little bit about Congo Kingdom, because sometimes I don't expect y'all to know the answer. I just want to teach y'all. Congo Kingdom was like one of the dopest kingdoms in Africa, one of the largest kingdoms in Africa, and the longest standing kingdom in Africa. That actually, the last people from that kingdom, the last king from Congo was in 1976, I believe.
And that's not the C, it's the K?
And it's a K. Also, they're some of the greatest leaders in Africa, and they also are responsible for more slaves than any other kingdom because the slaves were funneled through the Congo Kingdom. And more slaves were funneled through him. So it just get deep. I didn't want to get too deep in it. I just thought I read a story about the Congo Kingdom and how they had great kings, but they were also assholes because they sold their own people to white people for guns and ammunition and supplies.
All right, but let's be clear on that as well. So when we talk about slavery, they didn't have a concept of what we know as slavery.
Or chattel slavery.
So there was no your children's children will be slaves. That wasn't a concept. So that wasn't even something that we could even fathom to imagine. So when they thought, they were just like, all right, well, we don't like this dude. This is our enemy. We're at war. We're just going to do that, sell him. We're going to get some stuff, and then they can come back and fight us later. That's what the process was.
A lot of them sold their debtors and their criminals off as slaves, back then as well, right? So, or whoever they captured in war, right? So I captured you in war, or you're a debtor, or you're a criminal. So then a lot of times they were selling those people into slavery, but didn't know that, like Rachel said, they were selling them into chattel slavery.
And that's never been done before.
Yeah, so, and that was actually, it wasn't, and I don't know if y'all remember last week we talked about that. Y'all are definitely 100% right, because the form of slavery that we now know didn't exist until it got to America.
Right, the whole stripping you of your name and your culture and everything and all your history and all that stuff, that wasn't like Jewish people were slaves, but they were still Jewish, and they were Jewish after. You see what I'm trying to say? They didn't convert them to a different religion. They didn't convert them to something else. They didn't have their children's children be, when the Irish said they were slaves and did you serve, like all that stuff that sounds like they want to compare it, but there's no comparison to what happened here. Nothing. Yeah. Not even close.
Yeah. And so this country had the most slaves come from it during the transatlantic slave trade.
Then I would have to say.
What
I'm
country?
not guessing, but I would. Yeah, I'll probably say like Ghana.
I said Benin.
It has to be on the coast.
That's why I said Benin.
It is on the coast, but it's Angola. Angola. If you guys get a chance, any chance.
How terrible that one of the worst prisons is named Angola.
Angola is one of the greatest countries in Africa that you never hear about.
Well, who's
literally?
Charlemagne always says he goes to Angola every year.
Does he?
I think it is.
Angola. You guys got to check out Angola. It's one of the greatest countries in Africa. And that you never heard about. All right, where we going, Lex? We almost done with this game, brothers.
Let's say food 500.
Food 500. Barbecue spaghetti is a dish that contains what smoked meat?
Never had barbecue spaghetti.
Never heard of it in my life.
Never heard of it in my life.
Never heard of barbecue spaghetti?
No.
Pork again, my brother. Barbecue spaghetti is made with pulled pork.
I would have went with beef.
Who made?
Oh, but you want to know what? That makes sense because a lot of people, like in the South, call pulled pork barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Barbecue spaghetti.
Yeah.
I never heard about that either.
Hey, man, let me tell you what, man. Shout out to the Carolinas and Mississippi for their barbecue. That's one of the best. But
he's looking for a woman in Mississippi. By the way.
Hey, let me tell you what, man. There's this place in Mississippi. Well, first and foremost, there was this black brother, man, in the small Mississippi town that I was in. Nigga, outside of a Piggly Wiggly, nigga, smoking goddamn ribs of brisket and barbecue. And that shit was the best barbecue I've ever had. There's another spot in Mississippi called The Shed. Shout out to The Shed, man. That's in Mississippi. That shit is fire. There's a barbecue buffet, nigga, of ribs, like everything, like a barbecue buffet in South Carolina. It's called Three Little Pigs. Absolutely phenomenal, nigga. Like it was the best place I've ever eaten, nigga. All the ribs, sausages, goddamn pulled pork, goddamn brisket, all the barbecue.
Buffet?
It's a barbecue buffet.
What's the number one killer in that?
It's called. Hey, look it up, dog. It's called Three Little Pigs, nigga. It's right outside of. Man, maybe kind of outside of Charleston, South Carolina, so around there. But it's in South Carolina, nigga. It's the greatest place I've ever eaten. Like I'm a buffet nigga, and I've never had a barbecue buffet.
And
Three Little Pigs.
The meats first,
nigga. All the premium food first in the barbecue. Three Little Pigs, man. Absolutely. Hey, they got this shit called South Carolina.
Yeah, Three Little Pigs barbecue buffet.
Yep.
What is it? Heart attacks is the number one killer in America?
Fam,
is that what it is?
Fam, I went there so many times, man. Three Little Pigs is phenomenal.
That's their website right here. Buffet, catering, and pickup.
She said South? In the South? What? South? No.
South Carolina. South.
I'm just messing with you.
All right, they got this stuff called barbecue hash. Shout out to barbecue hash. That shit is good over rice. I got all that shit in South Carolina, man.
Black History 500.
Black History 500. Hang on tight, fellas.
Barbecue down there. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first African American to be appointed as Supreme Court Justice in the United States of America? This shouldn't even be 500, but
yeah, I feel like it's a trick question. I feel like it's a trick question.
But that's kind of it ain't. It's
There's a movie question about the nigga.
Yes, it is. But do you know his name?
Yeah, Ding Marshall.
Good job, brother.
Good job.
Erga Marshall.
I didn't want to say it.
I tried to lay it up.
I didn't want to say it.
I tried to lay it up.
I didn't want to say it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to say it.
There's a movie about him.
We got 3 questions. They both 500.
Let's do.
And we tied up at 1,300.
So I can not be embarrassed. 5th grade questions. 500.
All right, now we tied up, y'all. So be careful. The next winner might be the winner. You never know. Often seen at the end of a sentence, the 3 trailing dots that indicate the omission from speech or writing of a word or words that is superfluous and or able to be understood from contextual clues are known as ... The
actual name for it?
Oh, yes.
All right. I don't know this one, so I'm not saying nothing. I have no clue.
I
feel like I do it. I do.
Nobody knows this. It's called ellipsis.
Yes.
Oh.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
I had no clue.
I did. Yeah.
Nobody knows that. All right, where we going? Trending topics or movies and TV?
Movies and TV.
Who was the first African American to win an Academy Award for Best Actor?
Oh, let's go.
Sidney Poitier.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
What? Hold on. Who dinged in first?
I did it.
He did.
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier is correct. Sidney Poitier.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Joe.
yeah. I tell you what,
gotta
man,
win this one.
That motherfucker was
No.
right there. I'm like,
No, you gotta hit this one. It's a wrap.
Gotta get this one to tie up. One more. Here we go. Trending topics for the tie.
It's on you. It ain't on me.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis blocked a class from being taught in Florida schools. Said the class had no.
Ding.
Jones?
AP African American Studies.
Yep.
AP African American Studies is correct.
K through 12.
The Black Panther Party was based on the
part of the Woke Act.
Yeah, so these are his points. These are some of the direct quotes from the group that denied this. They said the Black Panther Party was based on ideology and Marxism, and the goal of the Black Panther Party was fundamentally change or overthrow the American government. And all points and resources in this study advocate for reparations, which we will never give niggas, so we can't teach this shit in our school systems.
No, you cannot.
I mean, you should. They better. But once again, these clowns in Florida. I mean, I blame people in Florida, not you necessarily.
Yeah,
you don't vote there.
There you go. Yeah, listen, man. I'm just stationed there, bro.
I blame the fools in Florida.
I'm just stationed there.
Like I don't. Like I said before, everybody's a thug until it comes down to what really matters and what really counts, and it's really corny to me. So you would kill me over stepping on your sneakers or calling you a Mark Buster in front of the club. But this brother literally is taking away your education rights, the ability to get reparations, and all these other different factors. But now but y'all real quiet about that. That really don't matter to you. That ain't real to you. But you ready to kill me over some stupid stuff in the street. So until these niggas in Florida act like they really want to be about that life, I don't want to hear nothing from Florida. Nothing. Not one word. I don't want to hear how thuggish you are. I don't want to hear how gangster you are. Don't yell at me. Like I said, you like what did Charlamagne say? You yelling at the square. You gonna run up to the podcast, but you ain't gonna run up to them brothers that actually is punking you in these streets. So don't run up to me talking about I'm from Florida and I'll tear you out, nigga. Don't talk to me. Talk to them.
All right, we're gonna go for the tiebreaker.
Miami-Dade.
This is a tiebreaker question from our very first podcast trivia game. So I'm gonna pick a category randomly.
Hood situations for 500. I know that question gonna be terrible.
No, yeah, those shits was terrible.
All right, let's go. Hood situations 500. You witness a shooting, you don't know.
Ding! No, he got it.
Hey, these are trivial questions, fam. Listen, we can't.
You didn't even let us answer. You just.
Yo, why would I do that? Why would I put that on there? That was just double sale.
Yeah.
All right, let's go 400. Is Thanksgiving a month? No, we can't do that one either.
These were some terrible questions.
Terrible.
All of them were terrible questions. You gotta go to sports.
Yeah, this is stupid. Why the fuck would I do that? All right, all right. Pioneered in New Jersey, 1988. This small blocks. Y'all might remember this one. What is the answer? Whoever gets this answer won the game.
The small box told you who before you asked.
I don't remember. I don't like the questioning.
This small box told you who before you had to ask.
I'll give you all a clue.
What? Okay. Wait. Hold on. Okay. I ding.
Jones. There's a screen on the box.
Let's go with caller ID.
Yeah.
Caller ID is correct. Ding, 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 ding. Caller ID. Buck Jones has won the game.
Well, I tell you what, man, it was a pleasure, man. Just being here with my brother, man, playing the game, man. It had a different energy to it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was fun.
All right, man. I love y'all.
What you on? All right,
I love y'all, man.
All right, y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.